I will practice from the book Magic Words What to Say to Get Your Way by Jonah Berger. And here I am. A few years ago, researchers from Carnegie Mellon University recruited hundreds of people to discuss controversial topics, polarizing subjects such as whether abortion should be legal, affirmative action should be used in college admissions, and undocumented immigrants who meet certain requirements should be able to remain in the country legally. Issues where different people have vastly different views. Some participants were asked to write persuasive messages that would encourage other people to change their mind. In the case of abortion, for example, one pro life advocate noted that various factors can pressure a woman to have an abortion and that an abortion is probably one of the biggest decisions a person can make because it involves taking a life. Other people were just asked to listen after reporting their pre existing attributes on the various issues, example whether they were pro choice or pro life. They read a persuasive message that someone else had written and noted whether it changed their mind. Importantly, before reading the persuasive appeal, some listeners read a short note in which the would-be persuader expressed doubt about their opinion. In it, the writer the writer noted that while they believed they had thought carefully about the issue, they were not completely convinced that they were right. If, if, if certainty is always convincing, such an expression of doubt should reduce influence. After all, it's hard to be persuaded about something if the persuader is not even sure they are right. But in this context, it turned out that the exact opposite occurred. Expressing doubt about a contentious issue actually increased persuasion, particularly among people who already had strong beliefs. Hearing someone else was not sure about their opinion encouraged them to change their mind in that direction. When trying to change the minds of people who disagree with us, we often think that it's best to be direct. We assume that if we just lay out the facts and provide unbiased information, the other side will come around to our way of thinking. But not everyone sees facts the same way, particularly when people feel strongly about something. Motivated reasoning often encourages them to avoid or ignore information that threatens or challenges their beliefs. Consequently, when trying to win over the other side, being too direct can backfire, leading the other person to become even more convinced of their initial opinion. Indeed, rather than being convincing, persuasive messages actually led a decent chunk of study participants to shift their opinions in the opposite direction. In a sense, persuasion can be broken up into two stages. The second is where people consider someone else's view or the information provided and decide whether to update their beliefs. But before getting there, people must first decide how receptive to be, whether or not they should listen in the first place. People have an anti-persuasion radar or defense system that goes off when someone is trying to persuade them. The more something or someone disagrees with them, the less likely they are to listen. Consequently, one reason change is so hard is that people are unwilling to even consider information that goes against their beliefs. As a result, when dealing with opposing viewpoints, being a bit more indirect can often be more effective. Rather than starting with information, start by encouraging people to be more open minded and receptive. This is why expressing doubt can help. Showing that we are conflicted or uncertain makes us seem less threatening. Expressing doubt about one's own view acknowledges that conflicting beliefs are valid.